Cheers and welcome to a special drawing with Lord Karnage, because today I'm going to be breaking ground on one of my new webcomics, Disco 8-Track, featuring Heyzoos the Coked-Up Chicken, a space chicken from another dimension, high on space coke, and Edit Station 1, a broken 1970s computer that talks and rolls around on wheels and is really cool. And the Cosmic Death Brick, an intergalactic being from a distant part of the universe that can teleport pretty much anywhere at any time. So let's get started. And this is the blank template that I'll be using for the first Disco 8-Track comic strip, or it's going to be a comic page when I'm done, but I'm breaking each strip into about a half page. So I'll be showing you that. And this is the template that I used for Ethel the Cyborg Ninja. So let's take a close-up look at it. This is it, everyone. This is the blank template. This is one of the templates from Ethel the Cyborg Ninja, which I'm going to be using for Disco 8-Track and Magnum Skywolf. And I'm going to start drawing in just a moment, but before I do, I'll show you a couple other pictures of Heyzoos and what the sketch layer looks like. This is one of the custom doodles for the classic Game Room Patreons. And this is the sketch layer. So I go in with a pen, digital pen, and just roughly scribble the whole thing out, and then go through with the finished inks and shading on top of that. And here's another one, and I'll show you what the rough sketch looks like there of Heyzoos disco dancing. So I now make my way to page 1 here, the very first panel for Disco 8-Track, and ironically the notes that I have, I write my notes down in the tablet that I'm actually using to film this. So the notes are busy at the moment, but I'm going to start with a wide shot of the intergalactic space arcade orbiting planet Earth, because this series is about Heyzoos and Edit Station 1 primarily, who are washed up internet celebrities, and they used to review video games for the big bucks, but the world changed and moved to live streaming, so they're just no longer relevant. And what happens is that they film a review and get no hits on it, and they're depressed. So Heyzoos hooks a camera up onto his head and they start live streaming, which results in a swatting incident. And their biggest fan is one of the teenager Cosmic Death Bricks, who teleports in from the other side of the universe and actually saves them and teleports them away, where they go on a live streaming adventure across the universe and regain their internet fame and cause all kinds of problems along the way. That's the basic plot for Disco 8-Track. Here's a look at one of the Ethel the Cyborg Ninja pages, and there's about 20 or 30 layers in this page. I work in layers. I start with a sketch layer. Sometimes I'll work with a pencil sketch layer and just scan that or photograph it into the page and work over it with digital inks. And there's text layers, balloon layers, shading layers, and in the end it looks like that. That's the print version of Ethel the Cyborg Ninja. So let's take a look at this page and deconstruct it a bit, and that's how I'm going to be layering the pages in the comic strips moving forward in Disco 8-Track and Magnum Skywolf. So most of the layers on top of this page are text and word balloon layers, like that one there. At a time like this, I honorably misquote Kenny Loggins, which of course he does well. And I added some details onto her outfit. So I'll remove the master ink layer here, and you'll be able to see the rough ink layers. Here, that's the rough sketches. This is an example of a really complicated page, and a lot of these layers would have actually been compressed even before this version, but I'll take that off of there and show you the pencil sketches. This is what I originally envisioned as the page layout, and this is what I'll be doing today. I'm going to show you a bit of pencil sketching and just rough page layout, where I just scribble all over the place and get a feel for what the entire page is going to look like when it's done. And for something like Disco 8-Track and Magnum Skywolf, I'm going to be working in half-page chunks, which will be going up weekly onto the Patreon feed. I'm actually planning to work on 2 comic strips this year, 2 weekly strips, Disco 8-Track and Magnum Skywolf. Both are completely different, which is going to be a lot of fun. Magnum Skywolf is a parody of 80s action TV shows and is going to be a more technical drawing style, whereas Disco 8-Track is going to feature these cartoony characters that go all over the universe and destroy things. And it's going to be more of a cartoon style, mixed with some comic book style art as well. So, for the first page here, I'm breaking this into 5 horizontal panels. And we see Heyzoos is going to be holding up an old school game and talking about it. Edit Station 1's giving him a bit of direction. And if we pan down a bit here, you'll be able to see there's trouble in paradise because Edit Station 1 tends to be a little smarter than Heyzoos. So he knows what's going on, and Heyzoos doesn't want to respond to it. So they're going to be arguing a little bit here. And I like to keep the panels going back and forth so your eye goes from one side to the other. You know, since Heyzoos is a pretty whacked out space chicken, his eyes don't ever have to be perfect. I usually give him some bags down here because, you know, we know he's been up to no good. There we go. That's the beginnings of a Heyzoos drawing right there. I go through and clean up the details before final inking, of course. Fill in the lines where there's going to be some paint bucket action, which there will there. Pow. And I'm going to clean this part up here with an eraser. One of the things I'm hoping to do with Disco 8-Track and Magnum Skywolf is reach a new audience that may not be familiar with my existing work at Classic Game Room or Lord Karnage or other stuff. So while it has roots in the Classic Game Room universe, I am looking to expand it from there and make it a wild space adventure, like Buck Rogers or something. I just love Buck Rogers. There you go, the beginnings of Disco 8-Track. Thank you for watching Drawing with Lord Karnage. I'll see you next time, and you'll be able to see these pages taking shape at the Disco 8-Track Patreon. I'm going to be posting a number of rough drawings in the pre-release part of the campaign. The official inked strip will launch on June 3rd, but until then there'll be a lot of new characters, and I'll be doing a lot of character drawings and environment drawings, and also working on the storyline leading up to the heart of the adventure. So, thank you for watching.